Okay. So, this is my first time recording a video like this since, I'd say, 2 years ago, actually. A little under 2 years ago. A little over 2 years ago. I recorded my December clarinet update. I was planning on doing it monthly or bi-monthly. And then it was maybe June, and I was like, I'll just do it yearly. And then I didn't do it last year. So here I am, 2 years later. It's December 29th, 2024, and I'm finally recording, my little yearly update. I'm going to go over a little more than just this year. I'll do some stuff from last year as well. This is like a whole setup. I don't plan on doing this every time. Actually, probably I will. If I'm doing this yearly, I might as well go all out. This is a lot. I got this microphone for Christmas. I got this sound system for Christmas. It's really, really handy. Dandy. It's called a handy recorder. But I hope it sounds good. I didn't really test the audio that much, but I trust it. I don't know how long this thing's gonna last, but where do I start? So I had long hair last time I did this. I cut that in July. Was it July, Mom? July, yeah. Cut in July, right before band camp, so I didn't have to endure the long hair pain. Maybe I should be closer to this. I don't know. I'll experiment over time. I cut it in July. Got it real short, so it wouldn't be super hot because it was terrible my freshman year, marching with that long hair, and it hurt me actually, because marching I couldn't see left and right because my hair was in the way. So that was good. I also look better with short hair. I don't know if it's good right now. I really don't care. But clarinet wise, I got a lot better. I've gotten a lot better. I think in the last video, I had just gotten my all-state results. Not all-state results. I just got my honor band results. I was 7th chair symphonic band. Well, last year I got 2nd chair symphonic band. This year I got 2nd chair again. Sadly, last year I understand the 2nd chair. This year I could have been 1st. I know I could have, but I'll get into why I got 2nd later. There's a lot of reasons, not excuses, just reasons. I guess they're excuses. I don't know. Anyway, I was 7th chair symphonic band. I was really happy about that. I had a blast. I have no clue what we played. Fast forward, that was still long hair. Fast forward, whatever happened, we played Come Sunday. That was incredible. That was the first time I had played with a group that the Come Sunday group, our symphonic band for West Monroe, my freshman year, the players were amazing. It was fantastic. At the time, that was by far the best group I had played with. Before that, it was the honor band, but I think our symphonic band was better than that honor band for sure. We had more time, obviously, but I genuinely think the players were just really, really strong players, and I had a blast with that. Come Sunday was such a fun song. It was just so fun, first and second movement, and it was a blast to listen to. Played March to the Scaffold. That was also really great. There's this one part that I love. That was just super fun to play. That was my first exposure to high notes in concert band. I went up to a high F above the staff, and if you're watching this, you know me. I play high. I play high now. I guess that's my thing. I don't know. So did that. Next marching season came around. We had Leave the Light On, Leave the Light On. I don't remember if it's A or the. I remember reading A and the shirt said the. I really don't know what it is actually, but it was. I liked that show a lot. I liked it more than Kaleidoscopic, but at the same time, I think Kaleidoscopic was better. I don't know. I think Leave a Light On was easier. It was definitely easier, and in return, it felt more solid. It felt like a much more stable show. It didn't feel like it was going to fall apart as often. I was also more experienced. I was a sophomore. My freshman year, I was just running around the place. I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, I'll give myself a little credit. I was pretty good for a freshman, I think. But yeah, I just felt a lot more comfortable my sophomore year. That show was great. I liked it a lot. There were a lot of really strong moments. I had a blast in that show, and that was when I, like, nearing the end of that season, was like, I like marching season. I do like marching season, because my freshman year I was not a big fan of it. But concert season, I'm still, I don't know, still, but concert season, there's just nothing like it. It's so amazing. But let's jump. All-State. I made All-State. It was my first time making All-State. I did really good. I made 6th in the state on clarinet, which is pretty competitive. Super proud of myself. I don't know how I made 6th. I don't remember my audition being like that fantastic. But I did good. 6th in the state. I was, like, when it comes to bands, I was third chair orchestra. Hey, Greg. I was third chair orchestra. So first chair went to symphonic, second went to orchestra, third symphonic, fourth orchestra, fifth symphonic, sixth orchestra, and everyone after that was just down the line, symphonic and concert band. So we played Festive Overture, I think it's that, by Shostakovich. That was probably the hardest song I've ever played with a concert band, I think. It was a blast too. I hated it, but I loved it at the same time. There were 6 sharps, plenty of double sharps. It was a nightmare to read, but the players in that group were absolutely phenomenal. Like, some of the strongest players I played with of all time, like, ever, you know? Yeah, I had a blast with that group. We played Festive Overture. We played Tchaikovsky's 4th Symphony, 2nd movement. I think that's what it was. The one with the oboe solo at the beginning. My friend Dustin played that. He absolutely killed it. And then with the bassoon solo at the end, Kamen played that. I don't know him. I know his name, but he's good. He's good. Everything there was great. All the clarinets. It was first time I'd been in a group, and all the clarinets around me, I was like, they are good. Like in some groups, like in honor band, I'll be playing, I'm like, I'm nailing this. I'm doing really good. And there'll be people behind me and they're having issues, and like it's fair. The stuff is hard. We don't play easy music. But we're like a really strong part of Louisiana's music, like, organization. Ouachita Parish, we're really strong. We're a really strong district. So we get some hard music. We play some hard music, and I understand it. But I went there, and we're playing the hardest music I had ever seen, and they aren't messing up at all. Like, and I was worried, because second chair, we were supposed to come with our music transcribed, because it was in clarinet for A. We're supposed to come with our music transcribed. She didn't transcribe it, so I was like, oh shoot, I'm sorry, this is gonna suck for you. And she was good. She didn't print it out. She just looked at it and played it in the correct key, and I was amazed. Like, I don't know if I could do that. I really don't think I could, honestly, because it was rough. Like, even with the music right in front of me, it was rough. But oh my gosh, Festive Overture, I don't know what I'd do. I don't know what I'd do to play that again. It was a blast. But going on from All-State, concert season rolled around, and Mr. Freeman came up to me and was like, hey, you know Blue Shades, right? I was like, yeah, it's Blue Shades. Like, everyone knows Blue Shades. That clarinet solo is super, super sweet. When I was at All-State, our chair auditions came out for our band. So I figured out I made first chair at my band, in my band. So I was like, woo, that's let's go. That's nice. Sophomore, first year. I'm really proud of myself. And then he came up to me and was talking about Blue Shades, and I was like, me? We're playing Blue Shades. I'd be playing the solo, right? I was like, yeah. You could do that, right? And I was like, maybe. I don't know, maybe. Because I was still, I feel like the jump from freshman year to sophomore year was so, like, skill-wise, was just so, abrupt. Like, I didn't know what was happening. I swear, I didn't practice that much. I just all of a sudden got a lot better, I think. So I was still, like, getting used to being good. So I really didn't believe in myself for a lot of things. Like All-State, I did good. I was really proud of myself come performance day, but I was worried out of my mind. And for auditions, I was still super nervous every time I got up there, knowing that I'm still good. Like, I'm good, and I can do this. I can make first year if I really try and put work into it. But I still doubted myself so much. I don't doubt myself as much now. But my sophomore year, those auditions, I was still coming off of freshman year being a good freshman, like solid player, but not like going into once I made All-State, I was the highest clarinet in my district at All-State. Going into that year with honor band auditions, all these auditions, I have to live up to that. I have to be the best clarinet player in the district, at least to me. I don't know. I could have gotten last year. No one probably would have cared, but that's how I saw it. I had to be really good. But Blue Shades, we did end up playing Blue Shades, and the first time I played that solo with the band in the band room was very rough. Everyone was not the best at the music at the time because we had just picked it up. It was our third day of playing it once we got to that portion. And oh my gosh, the nerves, I can't even begin to describe them. It was absolutely terrifying playing in front of all my friends. And that's kind of funny because when I get to the end of Blue Shades, the peak of my music career so far, I was playing in front of a lot more than just my friends. But I say but a lot. We kept going. I got better and better. I went up to Mr. Freeman and was like, hey, so there's this clarinetist I listened to. His name was Julian Bliss. You know him. He was like, yeah. He came to our school. And I was like, what? So he showed me a video of him at our school playing Flight of the Bumblebee on clarinet. It was absolutely amazing. He's one of my favorite clarinetists of all time. And in my opinion, one of the best clarinetists of all time. He's a phenomenal player. I feel like I'm too far away. Still recording? Yes, I am. But I said when he played Blue Shades, he took up this up the octave to a double C, and he was like, "Sure, man, if you can do it, I mean, it's your solo." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I tried it, and I was surprisingly not that bad at it. The double C was not the hard part. It was the notes leading up to it. The double C really depended on my reed. Some reeds just didn't work that well with it. Most reeds, I mean, it just pops out. It's not, for me, it was not that hard of a note to hit. It's the notes preceding it. I don't know what notes they are. There's a B flat. There's an F sharp. I think there's an F sharp. I don't remember. But B flat's a really wonky note. It's hard to get out. And the fingering, it's just odd. But I did pretty good at it, and I kept that in the whole way through. We also played, what did we play? Blue Shades, American Salute. American Salute was great. I had to learn how to triple tongue, and I still didn't triple tongue. I learned how to do it because I was like, I'm going to need this. It's a lot of triplets, it's fast. And then I never did. I just single tongued it because I can tongue that fast. But that was super fun song to play. I don't know. It was great. I love that song. The first time we played it, I hated it. I absolutely hated it. It was the first piece we were given during like once concert season started, and it sucked. I did not like it. I was like, please tell me we're not playing this. Please tell me we're not playing this. And then it grew on me a lot. I said that originally because it's just rough. It's hard. It's tricky. It's hard to clean, but we did really good. This stuff happened nearly a year ago, so I'm trying to like remember. That's why I'm so choppy with what I'm saying. But we went to NSU. I'm mainly gonna talk about Blue Shades because it's my favorite. The solo, I have a video of it. I might put it on here. I don't think I am. I'm not gonna put too much work into editing this. I have a video of it. During the solo, we were flying through that. It was probably 15 beats per minute too fast, and it was terrifying. But I pushed through. I did pretty good. I hit the double C. The recording I have is someone recording it from the side of the auditorium, and you can see a band member to the right of him in the front. You can't see him originally in the video, but once I hit the double C, you can see them like lean forward. They lean forward and they're like you can see their mouth wide open, and I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was absolutely funny. But I feel like the recording is gonna be good because I gotta be like right here sometimes, and then sometimes I'm backing up here. NSU was good. West Washita, our district thing, I forget what it's called. Festival. I don't remember what it's called. Our district thing. Our it's not our biggest show. Our biggest show is normally our spring concert, but it's really important. It's where we get judged. I don't remember what the solo sounded like. I just remember I was not proud of it. It was rough. I think I came in early. I'm not sure. But everyone was like, dude, you sounded great as always. So maybe I did sound good, because I still haven't heard what it sounds like. Maybe I did sound really good, but I just wasn't happy with it. And I find that funny. Like, every musician, no matter how good or bad you are, you're not going to be happy with some things you play. Like, even like the best musicians, they'll play something, they're not going to be happy with it. It sounds better than almost every other person on the planet that plays that instrument, and they're just going to be upset with how they played it. And then there's going to be players that are brand new to their instrument, or they've been playing it for a long time and they just aren't that great, that play something and it isn't good and they're upset with it. That makes sense. But like, then the lower, like the players that place lower will hear these people that are better than them at their instrument, and they'll play something really great and they'll not be happy with it. And then this person is like, what? That was amazing. Why are you so upset with yourself? Like, I wish I could play that good, and you're upset that you're playing that bad. Like, it's, I don't know. I have no clue what I'm talking about. This is not this isn't a part of like the whole recap. Anyway, I'm not gonna cut this. I know there's gonna be things I'm gonna say that I don't want it to be in this video because I just talk. That's probably one of them, but I'm not too lazy to do all that, man. So then we had our trip to Nashville, which was a fantastic trip. It's one of the best like vacation things I've been on ever. We went to the Gaylord Hotel in Tennessee, in Nashville. I think it was Nashville. Yeah, Nashville. That place is the nicest building I've ever been in. Like, it was massive. Like, just go search up pictures of it. It was a absolutely massive, like, hotel. I can't even believe it's a hotel. It's like a whole town in this hotel. Yeah. We played there. I got to meet Dr. Boonshaft. He had this speech that like changed my life. I forgot everything he said, but it touched me. I really liked the speech. We played Blue Shades and stuff for him. I vividly remember me playing my solo, standing up, and I was just looking at him, and he was like, "Yeah." I was so proud of myself. Like, it's Dr. Boonshaft. He likes my playing. I know I'm good now. Did that. We rooming wise, I roomed with Jackson and Rahul and Caden, and the rooms were connected, so we had 4 people each room, and they were connected. Me and Caden walked into our other room, and it was Andrew Kendrick, Ren Hopkins, Tyler Walden, and Carson Green. It was, and then us, me and Caden, and it was goofy. We watched Angry Birds, and that one racing movie, Ricky Bobby. I don't know what it's called. I think it might be called Ricky Bobby. I have no clue. But that was a blast. A bunch of great friends there that made it just that much better. But we went to the Schermerhorn Symphony Hall place. I don't remember the name. The Festival of Gold in Nashville. There were a lot of people, a lot of groups there, and we got to hear a lot of string groups. We didn't get to hear many band groups. There was one orchestra group with strings and winds that I heard when we were like about to get on the stage. They were playing Festive Overture, which I had played with the orchestra as well, and they were good. They were really good. I was like, wow, we gotta beat that. We're after them. I don't know. We got up there. We played. I forgot what we started with. I think we started with American Salute. American Salute was pretty solid from what I remember. We played Redemption, which was a piece that the fifth hour played. It was really beautiful. It was a really beautiful piece, and it was one of those that gave me chills every single time we got to that one part. I would get chills every time, and that's how I know a song is good. If it makes me emotional and gives me chills, it was great. We had a mixed ensemble, so we had our 4th hour people and our 5th hour people. We put those together for the first 2 for American Salute and Redemption, and then for Blue Shades, which was our closer, the 5th period guys walked off, and it was just the 4th hour kids left. And I mean, that's because Blue Shades is hard. We didn't have much time to. We were originally gonna have 5th period kids play with us for Blue Shades, but Blue Shades is rough. We had, I don't know how many weeks we had, maybe 2 weeks for that whole group to learn Blue Shades. We couldn't. 4th period couldn't learn Blue Shades in 2 weeks. So that means, 5th period couldn't learn it either. It was gonna be rough if we did. So we ended up just doing 4th period for that. I think it was a good move. We could have kept Steven. Steven could have played that, definitely. But yeah. Either way, we played it. It was the best run through of Blue Shades I think the band has ever had, easily, in my opinion. Definitely the best run for me. I don't remember a single mistake I had. That was the proudest I've ever been of a performance. I don't remember any mistakes. Throughout the entire thing, like dynamics, articulation, notes, I was so confident in it. And I didn't hear mistakes either from other people. So I was so proud of that. And when it came solo time, I stood up in that absolutely beautiful place with all these people watching me, these great musicians, and the adjudicators sitting up there. I was pretty dang nervous, but I stood up and I played that solo, and it was phenomenal. It's the best I've ever played that solo, period. Like, I've practiced it plenty of times. I played it better on that stage than any other time I've ever played that solo. And I mean, it was just great. I was so proud of it. I think the applause for my solo was louder than the applause for the entire piece, like Blue Shades, which I thought was pretty cool. I'll link that video down in the description. Please watch it. Please. The entire thing was absolutely phenomenal. The only mistake, which I'm going to bring up because I love Dustin. It was his birthday 2 days ago. He's my best friend. You need to learn how to tune, man. the trade-off between clarinet. That trade-off, it was perfect. All, like, every performance, every rehearsal is perfect. Not there. Not there. You're about 20 cents sharp. It's okay. It's okay, Dustin. I know you're crying about it right now, and you're probably running to my house about to beat me up when I post this, but just had to say it, man. Just had to say it. Also, shout out to Abby for that bass clarinet solo. It was really good. It was really good. Me and Caden are like best buddies, and when you got first chair, I was like, Caden could have played that better. No, he could not. No, he could not play that better. I know Caden. He's really good at bass clarinet and all, but like, you killed that. I think the start was a little rough. Like the first few rehearsals, I was like, this, but nearing the end of the like concert season, dude, it just got better and better. It was really, really solid. It was a different take on it, and I absolutely loved it. I think you played that beautifully. So good job to you as well. But yeah, Blue Shades, it was great. Everyone was great. It was really cool. Then year ends. I go to my summer camps, my music summer camps, because I do that. First one was NSU All-State Camp. It's called All-State Camp. I don't think you had to make All-State, but if you did, you could go no matter what. That was really cool. I made first chair there, and that kind of surprised me because there were a bunch of really good players. Ooh, I actually forgot something. Before this, the Navy band, the United States Navy band, came down and played at West Monroe High School, and I was given the opportunity to play with that band. So they stuck me right there with second clarinet, not second clarinet. I was first clarinet, second chair, right next to first chair clarinet, the principal clarinet. And that was the best group I've ever played with. Hands down. It wasn't even close. I only got to play one song. It was the Washington Post, I think that's what it was called. It was like a minute, 30 seconds, maybe 2 minutes. Maybe it was longer. I don't think it was that long. It was a march. It was fast. It was difficult. I did pretty good. And my gosh, it just sitting there and playing with them, I've never felt anything like that, playing with such a great group of musicians. Because, I mean, that's one of the best groups in the world when it comes to music. Like, period. In the entire world, the Navy Band is way up there. Like, really good. So playing with them was awesome. It was awesome. And I would do that. I would do that for my rest of my life, you know? It was great. I'm still recording. That's good. But yeah, NSU camp. Went there, did my audition. I met Doctor? Call her Doctor? Miss McLaren. Dr. McLaren. She is really cool. Really funny. She helped a lot. First time I ever learned about stretching for music, because I didn't think you had to do that. It helps a lot, and now I do it pretty often. Do a lot of stretches, and it really does help with like air support and breath and just being comfortable and not getting tired really quickly. I need to get close to this microphone, I think. Did my little audition there with my all-state music for next year, or this year, and I got first chair. That was pretty surprising. There were some really great players there too. Actually, that's where I met my good friend Brady from Parkway. Really good player too. He's really cool. But second chair clarinet from Dutchtown, he ended up getting first chair in the state for All-State this year. After NSU, I really slacked off on practicing clarinet, and my results showed. I don't remember what chair I got. I think I got 27th chair overall in All-State, which I'm still proud of. I still made it. And hold up. That thing just did something. I'm going to check it. Okay. Something happened to the camera. But we're back. I'm going to be a little quicker now because I've already been going for 14-ish minutes, I think. I don't even know if that's accurate. Anyway, where was I? NSU. That was great. I finally played Danzon for honor band the last year. I was second chair. Didn't get that Danzon solo. Played Danzon at NSU. Got that solo. Nailed it in my opinion. There was one mistake in the second one, but I was really proud of it. We played, oh my gosh, we played Spoon River. That was really fun. My favorite one, I think, even better than Danzon, was Midway March. Oh my gosh, Midway March is probably, it's probably my favorite thing I've ever played on clarinet with a group. It was so great. Just the clarinet parts were so wonderful. John Williams can write some music. He can write some music, and it was powerful, and it was beautiful. It was awesome. Anyway, that was super fun, that whole experience. NSU camp. Then I went to ULM camp for drum major, because I made drum major last May. Forgot to mention that. So I went to drum major camp. I met Brady. He came back all the way from Parkway. Went to ULM, and we did our little drum major camp together. The drum majors were me, Gracie, and Josie. And yeah, drum major camp. That was fun. Also had a blast with Charlie. Me and the old ULM camp group were somehow able to get back together. So it was me, Tucker, Charlie, and forgot his name. It was Blake or Blaine. I don't remember, dude. You're cool. You had long hair like I did. You're hilarious, man. I don't know why I don't remember. I remember Tucker because Tucker's just not hard to remember. And he burped. He did this burp thing. It was really weird. And Charlie's like, me and Charlie are really close. I think it was Blaine. I think it was Blake. I don't know, man. Anyway, ULM camp was great. All state auditions. Didn't do as hot on. I really slacked off with my instrument playing. I stopped playing, and then All-State came around, and I had about a week of preparation for All-State. I still made it, so I mean that was really good. I just been really caught up with drum majoring, and last year I had 2 hours in school to practice my All-State stuff. This year I have 0 hours. All my practice is at home because I'm doing drum major stuff. So yeah, we played City Blocks, New York themed show. It was awesome. I think it was our best show. It was the hardest show musically, for sure. Marching wise, I think it was harder than last year's too. I don't remember because I didn't march this show, so I'm not sure if it was harder, but I know musically it was definitely more difficult. And it was amazing. Second movement is just a blast to listen to. It was so good. And Thomas, he can play a double G. Let's just say that. Mellophone, that mellophone sustain at the end of New Empire State of Mind, great. I love that show. It's just such a great show. I'm so glad I got to conduct it. I was also center drum major for state championships, so that was pretty cool. So we're getting close to where we are now. So last summer, this will be my last little section. Oh wait, yeah, I made second chair honor band this year as well, and about to get into why that happened. Main reason why was because I think it's because my audition was bad. Biggest reason though is because Steven is good at clarinet. Didn't know Steven shot up. He made third chair All-State this year, destroyed me, and it's for good reason. He practices a lot. He's a really, really good player. I'm so happy to see how far he's come, because his freshman year, he was still good his freshman year, but he's overcome a lot, and he's kind of like me last year with freshman and sophomore. He's really good now. I'm really proud of him, man. But yeah, he made third chair All-State. He beat me in honor band audition, so he's first. I'm second. In my band, I'm still first chair, and he's still second. Originally he was first, but we have this challenging system, so you can challenge the person ahead of you. I did that, and I won. It was by mistakes, so we had scales, and then sight reading. I had 1 mistake on each scale and 1 mistake on sight reading. He had 0 mistakes on the scales and then 5 on sight reading. So I won that challenge with 2 mistakes less than him. He's challenging me back in January. So we'll see. We'll see who makes it. He's really great. So I am still worried. Gotta lock in. But now I've got more time to play clarinet because I actually get some time to play clarinet at school. But yeah. Different, big variation. I like DCI a lot. I really do like it. I've been in the scene, just like watching this stuff since 2021, but I never really started till 2022. And then 23 and 24, I was just locked in all season. Time rolled around, and it's all I did for those 3 months of tour. And so, you know, I wanted to march, so that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Got my little joggers on. These are my Crossman joggers. I'm auditioning for Crossman. Actually, already have auditioned, and I made a callback, so I'm gonna go back and audition later. Right now, the callback camp is the same weekend as All-State. I'm not sure if I'm going to All-State or if I'm going to this. I'm going to one of them. I know for a fact I really want to go to All-State because it's All-State, and All-State is really different this year. It's a lot bigger, it's a lot better, it's a lot cooler. But the hotels, they're expensive. The hotel they need us to stay at, or they want us to stay at, is going to be $1,000 for 3 nights. I don't got that kind of money. And the closest hotel is going to be $700 for 3 nights, and the second closest hotel is like 10 blocks away, and it's going to be $600 for 3 nights. So I don't think I'm going to be able to go to All-State. If I can room with someone, I've talked to everyone I can. I don't think I'm going to be able to. But if I do find someone to stay with, I'm going to All-State. All-State's my main priority. I really want to go there. And the school paid for my All-State fees, so I'm going to feel terrible if I'm just not able to go. Maybe I can sleep in the New Orleans streets, you know. Maybe. If not, though, I'm driving back to San Antonio for the Crossman callback camp. Around the start of the 2024 season, I saw a Crossman show. I was like, wow, I like this. I think I can march here because they sound awesome. They're really cool, and they're not like top 12 finalists. So they're 15th in the world right now. I think I could squeeze in. I could sneak in to a top 15 drum corps if I really tried. So I started working on it. First time I played trumpet was my freshman year, and I haven't really played it. I really started playing when I wanted to get into this group. So I was not that great, but I have come a long way. If I practice clarinet as much as I practice this trumpet, I'd be first in the state right now. Maybe. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. I put so much work into this trumpet thing, and I know if I got a call back. I know if I don't make it, it's not because of a lack of effort. It's just going to be because of a lack of time. Because all these other people, they've been playing their instrument for years. There's a few people that switch from woodwinds and stuff, but they still have more time over me. Like, I've got 6 to 8 months of like actual practice for this instrument. And from what I can tell, the people, like the brass techs and everything at that first San Antonio camp, they were really impressed when they heard that. They were really impressed, and I'm super proud of myself with how far I've gotten. So I went to a San Antonio camp December 20th through 22nd, so very recently. I just got results 2 days ago that I got a call back, but that camp was a blast. It was absolutely amazing. All the people there were super nice, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was one of the best weekends of my entire life. I'm not going to lie. Going back to like why I chose Crossman, though, I chose them originally just because I liked their show last year. And then I did some more research. I was like, dang, they got some really good shows. I knew 2012, obviously. Everyone knows that show. Everyone knows Earth Song and all that. It's like, they got some, like, 2016, that is a banging show. In 2019, also, phenomenal show. And then I was like, yeah, I know I'm doing this. Because their drill is just cool. They got symmetric, cool boxes. They rotate. Like, that's the coolest type of drill in my opinion. And they've got really strong music too. I listened to all of Drew Shanefield. I don't know. I don't remember his name. The dude that writes Crossman's brass book. That's writing it this year. I listened to every show he ever made, just so I could hear what we're gonna sound like, kinda. And I like it. I like the way he writes. I'm super pumped. If I do make it to the January callback camp, we're gonna be playing some show music. I'm super excited. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be First Movement. Dr. Whittick, who is the brass caption manager, I think. I remember there were 3 people on that page. There's one, which was the head honcho. There's the second one, which was him, and there was a third one. Maybe they're all the head honcho. I don't know. He was really cool. He actually used to be the trumpet professor at ULM, which was really interesting because that's like 10 minutes away from me. And he knew Mr. Freeman. I told Mr. Freeman that I met him, and that was just really cool. So, yeah, audition-wise, I felt good about my audition. I won't go over too many details. I'll go over the feedback they gave me, though. They said musically, I was really strong, actually, which I was so happy to hear because I'm new to this instrument, to trumpet. My biggest issue was my double tonguing. I think that was the biggest reason that was my biggest issue was because my double tongue was just bad that day. It sucked. I could do a lot better any other day. So it was really, really ticky-tacky, really, really staccato, like you didn't really hear the notes in the faster phrases. I can do better than that. I know I could have then, and I'm still working on it a lot now. That's where I'm putting most of my focus because I really want that to be good because they said your double tonguing is a significant challenge. So that's a big issue. But they said the tone in my middle range is really, really beautiful, really pretty. They said that was great. They said I have a bunch of musicality and I had good dynamics, a bunch of musicality and a bunch of musicianship. And they saw that in my etudes, which I was worried about because those etudes are hard. But I did really good on them. That was some of my best runs of those etudes. I think if, like, my music audition for my callback, if I play my etudes just as good, maybe a little better, my scales and drones, if I play those just as good, maybe a little better, and then I have good double tonguing and good triple tonguing. My triple tonguing wasn't that bad, but my double tonguing, I really fixed that. It's really good. I think my music audition will be good enough to cut it, to make it. Visual-wise, when I read it, I didn't hear many complaints. They said there were like a few consistency issues, but I've got all the stuff down. I know what I'm doing, and I look really good. I was a little worried about that because they'd go around to people when we're in the visual block, and they'd tap on the shoulder and say, "Hey, what's your name?" So they could write notes about them. And it was always they tap the shoulders of like the best people. Like I could tell they were tapping the shoulders of the better marchers, like Jackson. That's his name. He marched Jersey Surf last year. The people I met, by the way, I know I already said this, but they are cool. Some cool people, super nice. Jackson was one of them. He marched Jersey Surf last year, and they tapped him on the shoulder during the box drill, and I was like, yeah, he's got a good box drill. They're definitely going to write something good about that. They did tap me on the shoulder, and it was during the choreography follow-through thing, and they're like, man, you look super duper confident doing this. You look super, like, you just look so, it's good. It's good. That was like basically the conversation. So I was really happy with that. In the actual like email, all they said was my choreography was great. They talked better about my marching than they did my choreography, when the only thing I got tapped on the shoulder for was the choreography. So I don't know. I don't know. That's something to mention. But I was really happy. I thought I was gonna get a call back. Dr. Whittick, after my brass audition, like 1-to-1 music audition, he said, "I'm sure you're gonna get a call back. Like I'm sure you're gonna get a call back." That was really good. That was woohoo. I really hope I make it. I really, really hope I make it. If I do, I'm gonna be recording stuff like this as much as I can during spring training. It's going to be really difficult. I'm probably just going to use this thing, not this whole mic setup or this light, and I'll just use my phone camera. But I'm going to bring a nice microphone because it's drum corps. You view it and you listen to it. If I can't record the whole field, which I'm not going to be able to, I might as well record the whole corps or horn line playing their stuff, because I kind of missed out on that during our first camp. We were playing Russian Christmas music. It was great, sounded amazing. But I have 2 recordings of it. One is of me with my camera, my phone right here. All you can hear is me. It kind of stinks. And then the other one is from a vet whose name is Mason. It's behind him, and all you can see is the sky and his butt. But that recording is a lot better because it's not in front of the bell. He knows what he was doing. But we sound good. I wish I was able to hear the whole group from in front, but I don't have that. I actually messaged the mellophone tech at the Crossman camp on Facebook if she had the video, because I remember seeing her sitting up at the top of the stands recording us. But she said that was on Dr. Whittick's phone, and I'm a little too shy to go up to Dr. Whittick and be like, hey, you know that video recorded, to send to the brass writers so they know like what we sound like and what to write for? Can I have that? I just want to show my mommy and daddy how cool I sound, how cool I am, and that this is not a waste of money, and that they really need to help me pay for this. Anyway, I think that summarizes most of these 2 years. It really doesn't. I know it doesn't, but I think I hit all the big points. If I didn't, I might write them in the description or something. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and you didn't get super bored. To the 6 people, I'm gonna guess, that watched all the way through, thank you. You're my goat. Yeah. I don't know how to end this. Have a fan-freaking-tastic day, and go to sleep on time. Get out 8 hours of sleep. Rock on.